All right, Mr. Lockhart has a note here on one of these tickets. Did you send a note to the court, Mr. Lockhart?
Yes, I did.
No.
Did not accept your offer to contract and do not agree to these proceedings. All right, so what do you want to do?
I'm here under threat, duress, and coercion. I'd like to say for the record, my name is Jamil of the family Lockhart.
Let's get the record established. This is the city of Detroit versus Jamel Amir Lockhart. Appearance for the record, please, Counselor.
Hart.
All right, Mr. Lockhart.
No one is representing me on my behalf. I don't know that.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Lockhart.
Yeah, so I am Jamil of the family Lockhart, flesh and blood, living man, and attorney in fact for Jamil Lockhart and Legis Trust. I'm here by threat, duress, and coercion. I'm here making a special appearance, and I'm here to demand that the court prove jurisdiction over me as a live flesh and blood man. As I said, I submitted a challenge to jurisdiction. Jurisdiction must be proven and proven on the record. And then also I submitted Freedom of Information Act request for your foreign registration statement and anti-bribery statement, as well as that of prosecutor. There is no contract. Every presentment that was made to me was formally rejected and sent back to the court, which is what you have a copy of, by my notary. I do have a live witness notary who can come in and testify to that fact. Given that there is no commercial contract, no commercial agreement, I fail to see how the court has jurisdiction. Furthermore, there's been no injured party, and there's been failure to state a claim through a verified affidavit. So if someone can prove to me how this statutory commercial court has some kind of jurisdiction over me as a live flesh and blood human being, I think we could start there.
Well, let's start here. You have a notice is not what you think notice should be. Notice is what is if it's properly effectuated in the courtroom. And I'll certainly give you whatever hearing that you want if you file the proper motions and material to contest that. I'll give you an opportunity to be heard on that. But furthermore, what I'm looking at is I have a proof of service.
There is no proof of service that was rejected and sent back to the court. You have a copy of that.
You're not even listening. You're not even going to listen. I listened to what you said. Are you going to listen to me?
I am listening to you. I'm just responding to you.
All right. So why don't you listen before you start making statements?
Oh, you had paused. I thought you were finished.
What it isn't.
Well, go ahead.
Are you giving me permission to go ahead now too, right?
I assumed you were done speaking.
All right. Listen, I have an envelope with certified mail. I don't know what I believe the contents have been stapled to the envelope. It's got a proof of service effectuated by Nyla Perrin. I have a signed complaint here, signed by Officer Randy Randolph on 11/19/2019.
Is he here today?
And we can get him in here. Today is only date and time is set for arraignment. So you're just being arraigned, and what the arraignment purposes of your arraignment, and let's go through the whole thing, is you're here for a expired plate ticket. That is a civil infraction that carries a $145 fine. There's an allegation that you did not have a drove while license not valid or improper. That is a misdemeanor offense, punishable by 93 days at the maximum by 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine. On the same date and time, It was an allegation that you did not provide proper insurance. That is a misdemeanor, as it's written here, and that is punishable by the maximum possible penalty of 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. There's also a warrant for your arrest for an allegation of an improper, not valid driver's license. So you have the option of pleading guilty, not guilty, or standing mute. Now, what would you like to do, sir?
I am here under threat, duress, and coercion to demand
You're
that
not
this
here under threat, duress, or
prove some
coercion.
kind of jurisdiction. And until jurisdiction has been proven, we can go no further. I would also like to ask you, is this proceeding taking place under common law?
This proceeding is taking place in accordance to the court rules and the statutory laws of the state of Michigan.
So I am not a creature of statute. I am not under statutory law. I would demand that this proceeding take place under common law, as I am a live flesh and blood human being, under no authority but that of God.
All right. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm going to give you another court date. I don't have any All
I need you to do is prove jurisdiction.
You don't tell me what you need me to do, sir. Don't do that. Just let me finish.
With all due respect, the court must prove jurisdiction.
I understand that. We can get this over with quicker rather than later if you let me do my job. What I was trying to say, you're making your claim and stating your case that the court doesn't have jurisdiction over you. In order for me to properly review that and go, it's got to be done according to the court rules. I need a motion, and I will read it. I will read that motion.
I have submitted a motion to dismiss for lack of subject matter jurisdiction.
I don't have it. I don't have it in front of me. And then I'll give you a motion.
I have a timestamped copy of it if you'd like me to show you.
All right, you got to submit it to the court. Look at the.
It was filed by the clerk just 2 days ago.
Okay,
I have a timestamped copy of it.
It hasn't got to the file. I'm going to give you another pretrial date.
I would like to say I do not consent. The court has to prove jurisdiction. I filed that document a few days ago. Anything short of that is an admission that there is no jurisdiction and we have no further business. We have no contract.
Have a great day, sir.
Jamil of the Family Law Card here.
Okay, you're still. Did you have a question, sir?
None other than just stating that I do not consent to these proceedings and I do not accept any contract.
You already put that on the record.
Good.
You came back in.
I would also like to ask why this Mrs. Rita White had claimed to represent me.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Jamil Lockhart. How old are you, sir?
I am 27.
You're 27 years old, and you go ahead and you ask why Miss White is here to represent you. Well, first and foremost,
why did she claim to represent me, and I have no knowledge?
I'll explain to you. First and foremost, she's the House Counsel for this evening. So for this afternoon, she represents anybody who wants her representation as far as helping them to navigate and to defend themselves.
I have never expressed that want to her.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. Any questions?
Why do you talk over people?
Well, I assume we were having a conversation. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
I am trying to have a conversation, but one's got to talk and one's got to listen.
Okay, go ahead.
You asked why Miss White said she represented you. Miss White said she represented you because she didn't know beforehand the position that you were going to take. So she's just merely
quite an assumption.
Her job.
That is quite an assumption. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, by the name that you put up on there, Jamil of the Family Lockhart,
that is
I wasn't surprised I wasn't surprised the avenue that you were going to take on that. Just
I'm
by
glad
the name.
you recognize where I'm going.
But she's not gonna assume, I don't believe she's gonna assume that she's gonna treat you any differently than anyone else. And then you said that you didn't want her representation, and she.
Wouldn't you agree that for future reference, it might be better to ascertain that kind of information before she makes that kind of statement for everybody?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
So the assumption is that everyone wants her to speak on their behalf.
Yes, until.
Is that not a rash assumption?
Until they say differently, like you did.
Okay. Well, again, this whole time, there's a motion before the court to dismiss for lack of subject matter jurisdiction.
Well, there's not a motion.
There has been, what has been filed. I have a timestamp copy of it. I can show you that if you need to see it. But your clerk timestamp filed that document.
Let me explain to you. And this is just for your information. You say that you filed it with the court and the clerk down at the window, and I wouldn't disagree with that. But typically you want to, when you do your filings, that's why you want to have a judge's copy, and you want to specifically have that copy hand delivered to the judge's chambers. So we don't rely on the court clerks downstairs at the windows to make sure that these files get put into the proper place. You're not going to make.
Who do you rely on for that?
You're making, and you're because you don't want to make that assumption that that file is going to get into the correct file. You don't want to make that assumption. Would you agree?
Who do you rely on to make sure that filed documents get into the right place? Get into
the person that's filing it, yourself.
So it is not, you're telling me it's not the duty of the clerk to ensure that documents are filed in the case where the judge can view those documents. On my capacity, that document was sent to the court. It was sent to the court by a notary. So I do have a live witness to attest to that fact. It has also been time-stamped. That was recorded as well. I have checked all my boxes when it comes to notifying the court. I've also given you a demand for your Freedom of Information Act request for your foreign registration statement and your anti-bribery statement. The idea or the fact that you do not have that is an issue, and it would mean that you are committing a crime against me and holding this statutory proceeding and trying to confuse me as a live flesh and blood man, that I am a corporation beholden to the corporation which you represent. And that is my main point here today, is to tell you that I am not under your jurisdiction. I am a live flesh and blood man. You've already stated that this is not a common law proceeding. I am under no law but common law. We have no commercial contract which would enter us into any kind of statutory law.
Okay.
I failed to see the issue. And there's also no verified complaint with a signed affidavit.
Sir, let me stop you. And I'll let you put that on the record. I'll let you put it on the record already. We've already done those things. So I'm going to end it.
What you're committing here is a fraud against the people.
Okay.
That's what you're participating in.
Okay. Whatever your position
and without your foreign registration statement, that's an admission that you are here as a criminal actor.
Okay, sir, I'm gonna end the hearing now.
And I do not consent to any further hearings on this issue or this matter. We have no valid contract. We failed to prove jurisdiction. There is no valid claim.
All right, I do not consent. That, sir. I've already let you make a record, and I don't want you to mention any more because I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. Okay, so I'll let you make your record. I set a date.
Whatever you feel like you need to do. I'm here to tell you that I'm not under your jurisdiction.
All right, have a great day, Mr. Lockhart.
Yes, hello.
Are you? You've been here before, correct?
Yeah, I've been here before.
Have you made any kind of filings on your behalf?
Yeah, quite a few.
This is the city of Detroit versus Jamil Amir Lockhart. Appearance for the record, please.
So I am Jamil of the Family Law Cart. The motions that I filed and the documents that I have filed have all been trying to ascertain the jurisdiction of this court. And I don't understand the nature and cause of the action against me. And I'm trying to understand under what jurisdiction the court intends to proceed. First of all, is this going to be a civil or a criminal action?
Criminal.
Criminal. Okay. Your Honor, the Constitution grants this court two criminal jurisdictions. One is criminal jurisdiction under the common law, and one is a criminal jurisdiction under admiralty or military tribunal. From Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution. So in which of these two criminal jurisdictions does the court intend to try me?
Where is your motion, sir?
There's a motion filed there. It's a motion to dismiss based on lack of subject matter jurisdiction.
All right, I'm going to deny that motion. I'm going to set a bench trial or jury trial if you choose. Which one would you want to have?
Okay, Your Honor, under what grounds, what facts and findings and conclusions of law are you denying that motion to dismiss? I'm trying to understand the jurisdiction of the court. You have not disclosed it to me. I'm asking you
to disclose it to you. Check the court rules, sir.
Well, Your Honor, the Sixth Amendment grants me the right to understand the nature and cause of any action brought against me, and it grants you the duty to inform me. So I don't think you would be breaching your oath of office if you were to inform me under which jurisdiction this court intends to proceed. In order for me to intelligently defend myself without an attorney, I need to understand which jurisdiction the court intends to proceed to conduct
We have a very good attorney on the line, Mr. Elwood Terry. If you want to speak to him in a breakout room, I can give you that opportunity. Other than that, I'm going to set a bench trial or a jury trial in the matter.
Okay. Please let the record show that I have attempted to understand or to ask what is the jurisdiction of the court is operating under. And it appears that the court is operating under a secret jurisdiction. Maybe only known to bar members and licensed attorneys. So let the record show that I am trying to understand jurisdiction and nature of cause against me, and the court has denied me that information.
I'm not denying you the information. The information is public information, sir. The information is outlined in the Michigan court rules. You need to read the Michigan court rules, and you can find out jurisdiction. It'll tell you everything about jurisdiction. That's entirely public information. You can go online and type in the court rules. The whole book is ascertainable to you online.
Sir, the Sixth Amendment grants
I'm
you
not required
to inform me of the nature and cause of any action brought against me. And right now, you are denying that right.
I'm going to tell you, sir, don't speak over me. You want me to inform you of the nature and cause of the action. You're charged with driving, drive while license not valid or improper. The other charges, no insurance, misdemeanor. The allegation is that you were driving the same 2011 Jaguar in the city of Detroit without the proper registration on that vehicle.
I understand the
maximum. Don't interrupt me, sir.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Those are the charges. Do you want a bench trial or a jury trial? Your Honor,
I am trying to understand the jurisdiction of this court. As I said, you told me it was a criminal jurisdiction.
If you read the Michigan court rules will tell you and give you jurisdiction. So they have a copy of the Michigan court rules online or at the public library. I'm sure it is not as easily ascertainable, and we're not going to keep going down this road, young man. Do you want a bench trial?
So I cannot. I'm asking you a very specific question, and it is this a criminal jurisdiction under common law, or is it a criminal jurisdiction under military tribunal?
listen, it's, let's move on to the next person.
Sir, please answer that.
You'll
It can only
leave
be
me
one or the other.
choice. You'll leave me no choice but to hold you in contempt. I'm asking you a specific question. You're
Your Honor, I do not wish to
And
be
I'm
held in
gonna-
contempt. I am trying to exercise my Sixth Amendment right. I can show you Constitution is exercise of a constitutional right cannot be converted into a crime, sir.
Sir, the way you speak to the court is via motion, okay? If you have a motion that I've already denied one of your motions, if you have another motion presented.
Under
to the
what
court,
basis? Under
I'll
what
give you the
grounds have you
opportunity.
denied my motion, sir?
it's not my job to explain to you all of the court rules, sir.
Sir, there's
You're
only
gonna
two
represent
jurisdictions
yourself.
which this court
You're
can
gonna be
operate
treated
under.
just like any other, you're gonna be treated just like any other lawyer that comes in this courtroom. So you have to know the rules.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to seek legal advice or ask you what the rules are.
You
I'm
need
asking you a very specific question. There can only be two jurisdictions under criminal law. And is it under common law or is it admiralty law?
On the record for Mr. Jamil Lockhart.
Yes.
All right. This is the last time I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna continue to go back and forth with you regarding court rules and all of those positions that you have. If you put it in a motion, we'll set a motion hearing date.
If you are setting a motion hearing date, you are doing so without my understanding of the nature and cause of the action against me.
Listen,
I cannot move forward until I have these questions answered. These are basic questions that you are obligated under the Sixth Amendment.
I'm not obligated to answer any of that stuff. I told you, I gave you the answer to that stuff by looking in the court rules. You're obligated to know the rules.
Sir, what you mentioned is statutory law. And if we are proceeding under some kind of statutory law, I motion that we dismiss for lack of a sworn complaint or anything signed by injured party. And in fact, where is the injured party? Is the officer present, and who is the injured party in this case?
The officer is not required to be present today. It is a pretrial date. I'll hold that dismissal motion in abeyance until the date of trial. If the date of trial, if there's no signed complaint on the date of trial, then we will dismiss by no signed complaint. So I'll give the city an opportunity to come up with a signed complaint.
I'm sorry, is the city the injured party here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, well, sir, I move that we either dismiss this case or move this case to federal court. If the city is the plaintiff or injured party, they cannot also be the judge and prosecutor.
File a motion on that, sir. If you're saying that I do have a signed complaint.
Well, that brings me back to my original question. Is this a statutory proceeding? Because if there is, there would have to be an international contract or agreement. And I would implore the prosecution to put that agreement on the record and explain how I am party to it.
Young man, you gotta go do your homework, okay? And it appears that you're taking this position and you're adamant about this position, and you're free to do that. Now, whether you're gonna win at this position, that's gonna be up to what you say in your brief, and how it relates to the law, and we'll make a decision on that stuff, okay? But at this point, you need to educate yourself, because you seem like a very articulate, educated young man. You need to educate yourself on court rules and procedure. Until you get it correct, we can't talk, because we have to be speaking the same language, okay?
I mean, that's the main thing I'm trying to understand here, sir. Is this a common
So
law criminal procedure or
I'm giving you some direction on.
Well, sir, I don't know which rules. If you could tell me where I could find the rules for.
I told you, go to Michigan court rules. They got Michigan court rules.
They have rules for criminal procedure under statutory law.
Yes, Very much so.
Could you please direct me to that?
I've already directed you to it. Michigan court rules. There's a book that's over 1,000 pages. And it'll answer, well, close to 1,000 pages. It has those questions outlined in there. You're expected to know
Are
that.
those Michigan court rules, is that statutory law?
I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you, sir. Whatever motions that you have, that's how you speak to the court, through motions. And whatever motions that you have, I will review it. I read all the motions that come across. I check all the law myself. And if you have some law, I would suggest that law that you're saying that we don't.
Your Honor, there is no international contract. I mean, we've asked the prosecutor to produce an international contract that would bind me to this statutory proceeding. And I'm not aware of any contract. In the absence of such contract, I motion that we dismiss this case. And for the record, I would just
in order to, you can move to the circuit court, and you can appeal my decision as it relates to that. But we're not going to keep on going back and forth.
I think we should move this case to federal court. As I stated, if the city is the injured party.
File a motion so I can, on your removal motion, file a motion.
I do not wish to continue or delay this any further. There's been no evidence presented to substantiate any kind of jurisdiction in this case. This is our second time. I've asked for this the first time. And there's been no evidence of any jurisdiction, and I don't understand why, you're insisting on, moving to another court date, and we have not addressed this very basic and fundamental issue of jurisdiction. If it cannot be proven and proven on the record, then this case must be dismissed. Well, I mean, I don't understand why we are delaying this any further.
We don't have to delay it any further. I can put a warrant out for your arrest. And you don't have to show up. I mean, you'll have to deal with that then. But at some point, you're going to have to deal.
Under what grounds, under what basis are you putting a warrant out for my arrest? And you
I didn't say I was going to put a warrant. I said if you're telling the court that you're not going to come back to any court dates, then that's up to you. All I can do.
What I'm saying, sir, is I don't wish to delay this any further. There has been no proof of jurisdiction. There is no live injured party. I mean, there's a claim that the city of Detroit is an injured party, but I'm not aware of any international agreements or contracts that I've entered into with the city of Detroit. And the prosecutor can't provide that. And it seems like there's a bias going on here because flat on his face, the prosecutor hasn't even spoken on this issue. And you just insist that we move to another court date. And I don't understand. I mean, your oath of office is to uphold the Constitution. And what I'm asking is,
what you're saying in essence is that I don't have any authority.
I'm asking you to prove your authority.
I'm
asking you to prove your authority. I'm trying to understand where your authority is coming from. And you're failing to do so.
Read the Michigan court rules, read your statutes, read the Constitution over again, and you'll find that.
As I said before, I'm not asking you for legal advice or where
and the Michigan Constitution.
You have, if you have a legitimate jurisdiction, I'm asking you, is it a criminal jurisdiction under statutory law, or is it under the common law?
All right, we're gonna give them a trial.
And you will not answer that question. Your Honor, we cannot proceed until I understand the nature and cause of the action against me.
I'm gonna say this one last time to you, sir. Go, and if you want to speak to the court, if you have any objection to the court and these dates, and if you don't feel that these dates are lawful, and if you whatever your claim is that you're stating, you speak to the court through motions. I want that, and those motions that you're entertaining on the record right now, I've dismissed some of them already. I want you to file those motions with the court.
Under no basis or ground.
So that the court can read your motion and make a ruling and give the city attorney an opportunity to respond. If you do it the proper way, you might learn something. But I don't think that the way that you're going, that you're, even if they show you documentation like it is in black and white, you're not gonna believe that anyway. That's the perception that I'm getting from you. So I'm gonna set these dates. It's gonna be up to you whether you wanna come to these court hearings or not. And if you don't come to the court hearings, the only recourse I have is to issue a warrant for failure to appear. Okay, so
Sir, I still have this same question that you keep failing to answer. And
I'm
without
not gonna
that question
answer
being
anymore,
being
and do not-
understood,
and do
cannot
not-
move forward.
And that's it. I'm done talking about it, okay? That's it. So I'm gonna set a
Let the
motion
record
date.
show that the judge has
Listen,
refused
sir,
to
don't interrupt me
establish
again, okay?
jurisdiction.
Don't interrupt me again. Let's set a motion date for,
I do not consent.
please do not say anything else, sir.
Sir, I'm exercising my Sixth
All right.
Amendment right. The Sixth Amendment, an exercise of an amendment right cannot be converted into a crime, sir.
I'm holding you in contempt of court, sir.
As I stated before, I'm trying to understand
Let's
the
get contempt paperwork
jurisdiction
now.
of the
I'm not
court
gonna deal with you. You're going to jail.
pursuant to
Let's pull out the contempt
the Sixth
paperwork,
Amendment.
whatever paperwork we need to do and fill it out. We're gonna fill it out this time. I'm holding your client. Well, Mr. Berry, you are, I guess, not representing this client because this client is probably, do you want the representation of a lawyer, sir, at this point now, sir? Because now you're looking at 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. Do you want the representation or not?
Please let the record show that I have attempted to understand the jurisdiction of this court, and this court has refused me that answer. And apparently it is a jurisdiction only understood to bar members and licensed attorneys. And this is a direct violation of the Constitution. And I do not consent. I do not agree. That's it. Your Honor, I do not wish to be held in contempt.
It's too late.
I've merely asked a very basic, simple question, and you have refused to answer it. I feel as though the court is trying to constrain me to an unfair plea in absence of my understanding of the nature and cause of the action against me. So did you receive the documents that I sent you asking for your anti-bribery statement? Hello.
I'm gonna order you to report to the Wayne County Jail today.
I do not accept. I do not understand the nature and cause of the action against me. You have told me this is a criminal jurisdiction.
Sir, please don't. I told you don't say. I'm gonna add some more days if you keep on talking. You already got 30 days.
I don't understand, sir.
I'm adding more if you keep on talking. Please do not say anything else.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It happened very
It's
fast.
happening again right now on the record. So those are the reasons
I'm just
that I
apologizing.
find, again, another contempt. And it just continues to happen. And I'm gonna, now, if you have one more interruption with me, sir, I'm gonna add another 30 days to that. And you're looking at the 60 days. You're gonna get 30 days. Right now, you're gonna get 60 days if you have one more interruption too. And it will be no early release. At this point, I'm going to order you to report to the Wayne County Jail. Sir, do you have any further questions?
I just want to make sure I can speak without being held in contempt or.
Yes, you may speak. I asked you, do you have any further questions, sir?
Thank you. Your Honor, I would just like to tell you, man to man, that it was not my intent to be in contempt. Has never been my goal. I try to do everything in accordance with the law. As you can see, I have filed documents. I filed motions. I've requested information from the court, all in a desperate effort to wrap my head around the proceedings and what's going on here today. And I'm sorry if I may have gotten frustrated and not being able to understand the nature and cause and action against me. But just again, that was not my intention. You know, I look forward to handling this as amicably as possible. I think that the record will show, I think that the prosecutor will agree that there is no international contract to which I'm tied under statutory jurisdiction. And I would love to see it. I would love to see that evidence. But also, you know, we covered the fact that the city is the injured party or the plaintiff. And this would be an improper venue anyway. But I appreciate your advice on handling that and moving forward with motions. I will be doing that. But again, this thing of contempt, it's just, you know, as one man to another, trying to understand and stand on my constitutional rights and exercising them. And I feel today, as what's happened is my pursuit in doing that has somehow been converted into crime against me, which is a tragedy, and in anyone's eyes, so.